Well, wow, you just heard it. That was wonderful. Much appreciated. We're back for Big Slick 8. This is the 8th year, and it keeps growing, like the doctor said, and we're just grateful to be here. I'm Rob Riggle.
My name's Eric Stonestreet.
I'm David Koechner.
I'm Jason Sudeikis.
And I think we'll just dive right in, because I think he laid out a lot of the top stuff, the top line stuff, which is great. But if you have questions, let's just dive in and do it. What do you say? All right, don't be shy. Yes, right here.
Okay, so it's been 8 years, and so after 8 years, what has been your most memorable experience with the Big Slick?
Oh, wow. Great question. Anybody want to dive in on that? I always love this day, personally. This day and also tomorrow morning, because we're going to come back, I think. Hanging out with the kids, visiting the kids, visiting the families. I'm a parent, so I always think, God, if that was me, it would be very hard. So I empathize greatly with what they might be going through. But I love this part of the weekend. And of course, there's fun stuff to do. Obviously, we have the softball game, the bowling, and the show. That's fun, don't get me wrong. And what's fun that I've noticed is that the guests that we bring in, our out-of-town celebrity guest friends, they come in and this is what I hear them say over and over, that they love this part of the weekend, where they get to come in and meet the kids themselves. And because then it really registers why they flew to the middle of the country for an entire weekend. And it means a lot to them. So I would say today, right now.
Yeah, there's always, it's tough to isolate any kind of one thing, and we've gotten to know a lot of the kids, families over the years, and every year there's always some moment or several moments that really kind of resonate emotionally with all of us. But every year brings different things. I was here yesterday, and like I'm just looking at some friends of mine that are sitting in the back. I'm sorry to put you on the spot, but Jed and Dara Canty, who I met years ago, and told them about Big Slick, and they said, that sounds amazing, we'd love to come. This was years ago. They live in Maryland. They're Orioles fans. But they were so, I think, touched by it and impressed with the hospital and the staff, and they've been back every year and have become a huge part of Big Slick for us with what they've done for this hospital. And to walk around with them yesterday and take a tour and see a room dedicated to them now has been pretty incredible. So thanks.
Yeah, I'll back that up. Shout out.
Yeah. And they're great kids, by the way, who last year are killer bowlers, I remember, and get to play around with them was really fun.
Well, just to add to that, it is hard to identify a favorite memory, but always going home on Sunday and reflecting on the weekend is always incredible, because we know we've done some good, and then we were able to expose our friends. Some have never been to Kansas City, and so we know that's going to get a lot of good chatter back wherever they go, and then we see everyone have such a great time. And then just to, it's interesting, I've known all of these guys for such a long time, and some of them have known my wife longer than I have, and it's incredible to, come back and, as friends. Shame on you for your titters, and that I had to clarify that.
The world we live
Easy with the language, Dave. There are children here.
I thought this was the grown-up group, but just to come back and share and have that feel of brothers in arms is always wonderful.
Go ahead.
Hi, I'm Donna with Channel 9. One of the things that I think is in this pamphlet that a lot of people may not know is this isn't just a Kansas City hospital. It's not just for kids here in the metro. Do you find that people still don't know that, and this is getting the word out, that people come from all over the Children's Mercy to get help if they can't get in other places?
Yes, that's a great point. From what I understand, this is the biggest, best children's hospital from Oklahoma City to Omaha, and from St. Louis to Denver. We are right in the middle. It covers a lot of ground, and the work they do here is phenomenal. So yeah, it's not just for Kansas City, but it covers a really massive region. And there are people that are flown in right here at Children's Mercy, from Western Kansas, from everywhere. So yeah, the work they do here is phenomenal, and it has a broad reach.
And it's cutting edge, and to be able to provide care to kids from all over, regardless of what, how much money they have, whether they can pay, or to do what this hospital does is amazing. And every year we learn a little bit more about it. To be able to provide care in this section of the country, like you said, it's not just this state, this part of the country, it needs to be looked after, it needs to be funded by outside sources. To be able to do what they do, it's a necessity. And whatever anybody can do to get the word out is important for this place and for everyone who might need this place.
And the fact that it's a research hospital that has global implications, so that's pretty neat.
Guys, how much fun do you have going out and playing the game, and have you improved as ball players since?
Now we're getting down to the meat of it. Let's talk about this. Playing at the K? Are you kidding me? That's, I think I said this yesterday. When I was in Den 2, Pack 3597, sitting out in left field after selling enough candy bars, watching these games as a kid, and then to find yourself at home plate getting to swing the bat, it's a dream come true. And then meeting the Royals and hanging out with them, it's one of the greatest things ever. So on that front, yes. And as far as the skills go, well, we're going to put them on display this afternoon.
Eric, same question to you, please.
I'm still as great as I was when I started. Yeah, my softball skills have basically been a 10 from the beginning, and I don't know how I can get better than a 10 unless we change the scale. So I guess I could be an 11. I mean, the first year I think I was here as a guest, maybe, I'm not sure, I hit a walk-off home run, so.
That was wiffle ball, I believe.
Shut up, Rob. It was at the tiny K, up at the top. It was a wiffle ball, but I don't care. No, what Rob said is true. Like, we all have been fortunate in our careers, and some of what comes along with that is getting to fulfill childhood experiences. The fact that I get to be on the field at the K and know Royals players and they know who I am, I always remind myself what 16, 15-year-old Eric would be thinking right now. And it kind of goes along with what we were talking about a little bit earlier. Don't forget when you see us here at home and doing this stuff that selfishly it feels really good for us too. We get something out of it as well. And it's nice that we are able to do things like this, but it also feels really, really good, and we get something out of it as well. And raising money for the hospital and raising money for these kids is it's an honor, and it feels really, really nice.
Yeah, I would just say, I think all of us feel a little awkward when people say it's very nice and say, oh, thank you for coming back and doing this, but it's really, we're not, when you look at the staff and what the staff does every day, and the team of volunteers that we have, and our families, and the people that fly in, it is very undeserved. We're the guys, our faces are on the posters, but there are so many other people that are doing heavier lifting that are not on the poster. But to kind of further what you said, the truth is, at the end of the weekend, we are so happy and fulfilled and that we've actually been lucky enough to be a part of something like this. Because the truth is any real happiness comes from being able to do something that's not really for yourself. And amongst all of that, we get to play at the game.
Yeah.
We get to bowl with these families.
We get to hang out with friends.
It's really it's a really incredible weekend. But we're kind of, I think we feel like we're surfing a little bit on this giant wave that everybody at the hospital and everyone volunteering and doing work year round is creating.
And don't forget, I think speak for all of us, that at least I'll just say for myself, as an actor and like doing what we do, we don't deal with the best people all the time. Like, we deal with actually kind of awful people sometimes. And I myself have had a struggle with my sort of identity and what my contribution in the world is since I said, I want to be on TV, I want to be an actor. And so this is a moment where we get to see what our contribution can be to society, other than making people laugh and making people go to the movies and click on the TV, which all feels nice too. But these are real moments that we get to have with people, and those are the most lasting impacts I've had with people. Is not that, hey, I like your show, but like, hey, your show is what I watch when I get chemotherapy. And hey, your show really got me through when my dad died. Things like that. So this is just an opportunity for us, for myself at least, to feel really good about what my career choice was and how I can see that it impacts people in a profound way versus just he's mildly funny way.
And just to address your question about skill set improvement, the first year I was a guest here, and so many events.
This sounds like my story.
Okay, but we all have stories. We all have stories. And so the first year I was here, they drafted me to be the color announcer during the game. And so I think I've gotten better year after year running my mouth.
I don't think that's possible. I don't think you can get better at that.
I've seen
You are the best.
Just a little bit better.
Yeah.
This is awesome.
You teamed up with Omaze. Are you excited to meet the winner this weekend?
Very much so, yes.
That's cool.
And thank you for bringing that up. Each year that goes by, this is our
Did they
8th
hear
year.
the, I'm sorry to interrupt you, did they hear the question?
Yeah, Omaze. We teamed up with Omaze and we did a nationwide contest. People donated money, bought basically a ticket, a lottery ticket, and whoever won got to come in, VIP for the whole weekend, and be captain of one of the softball teams. So it was, but what we do, since it's our 8th year, we have a great team, our families, volunteers, Beth, some wonderful people here that have helped come up with some new and innovative ways to raise money. And this with Omaze is a great way to do that. So we went nationwide, and a lady out in California won.
With Kansas City Connections.
With Kansas City Connections, so she's flying back. She's going to be captain of one of the softball teams. She's going to hang out with us this weekend. We're going to have a blast.
Didn't know part of the auction was that she shared a room with me.
Yeah.
Didn't find that out until last night.
Right.
We checked in.
But she's still
Well,
covered,
to
which is
be
amazing.
fair, Omaze really dropped the ball.
Yeah,
in that aspect.
Yeah, I'm like, and why was it me again? Like, so yeah, Meg and I have been hanging out at breakfast this morning, real awkwardly.
But yeah, we're very excited to partner with them, and the money they helped us raise goes to Children's Mercy, so it's great. You have a question, sir?
Yeah, a quick question for you. I watched your rehearsal in the other room that lasted 15 seconds or so. How much of what you do is spontaneous and how much is planned as you get up there front?
On the weekend? This weekend? Everything.
Yeah, we've been rehearsing for 6 months. Oh, you mean how much is spontaneous?
Yes.
Oh yeah, all of it.
All of it.
All of it.
All of it. We just don't have the time to plan. Like, this is for all 4 of us, this is the one time we all get the same room. And you can even see we don't even have Jason with us today. So,
I thought Jason was at the end.
Yeah.
Oh, God,
Boy,
yes.
thanks, Rob. Hello.
Rob was a no-show.
We will actually, this is the first time we've been together, but we have, throughout the year, we do email chains with one another, and when it comes to the show on Saturday night, we start planning kind of, in theory, a lot of that, and then it gets put into practice.
It's really where our improv backgrounds for basically all of us come in. Andy, we're comfortable making stuff up as we go. There's some oddly comfortableness in that for us as, I think, performers, that it's just fun to like see what happens. And it also is a testament to coming home to Kansas City in that it feels like a big warm hug, and it doesn't really feel like we could do much that other than talk about our wives and our past love affair in front of them. Yeah. No, I don't think
This is in no way the proper forum.
I'm sorry, but you brought it up, and I just feel like I need to get it out. We used to date, man, before you guys.
what I'm gonna need you is take a card. So once you get any card you want, it doesn't have to see it. Look at it and remember. I'm from the Missouri side. I'm sure that everybody, you got the card? Smoke this card. You got it? Okay, here we go. We'll put the card back in the deck, just like that. I'm gonna lose your card into the deck, so we'll shuffle it, make it more impressive. Just like this. You play cards, you ever played with like Uno cards or something? You know? So that's a normal shuffle, right? Just like this. These shuffles are a little crazier, because it really mixes the cards and it looks fancy like that. And it just means I've spent way too much time alone with a deck of cards. Okay? So just like that, and I'm still gonna try to find your card, but I'll try to find it in a fancy way. I'll shoot it out of the deck, it'll spin 10 times and I'll catch it. Check this out. So in the middle of the deck, one card, 10, I think exactly. Was that your card? Pretty cool? Oh my gosh! Let's do it one more time. Yes! Yes! Susie Connor! Sorry, buddy. Yes! That's one. Thanks for having us.
How old is Lady?
Puppy?
She's 3 months.
Oh, that's a puppy.
3 months. She's an itty bitty
This kid is playing this by himself.
Oh, I just played with
Oh, you did? Oh, right.
I thought we- I thought we were
I was in the ball
I know,
front.
I thought we were just gonna move around. But it looks like we're in the center, so.
Go for the hook.
So we say, is it Normally they shuffle everybody around after 5 minutes, but this one got stuck. You got stuck. Sorry, bro. Now, do you watch Superior Donuts? On CBS on Mondays? Can I ask why? You get to start? Alright, what's your favorite movie?
Miley, be like Katy Perry. Was that really? Oh,
No, favorite one of mine.
oh yeah. Katy Perry's the bomb. She got a hair. Yes. She's her Miley.
So that's it, I guess? Yeah. Did you see Haunted House? Yes. You know which one I'm talking about? With Marlon? You seen that? You know who's in that? Did you know that before I mentioned it? Now you'll be more excited. Are we switching out?
I think we're moving around. Are you playing?
Well, I didn't play.
I want to like to show him the magic tricks.
Oh! All right.
You like magic?
Here we go.
Hey, how are you?
Kenny, wait. We were help you with the trick. Is that okay? What I want you to do is put your phone down. And put up both your hands. Right here. And then what I want you to do is make your hands into fists. Perfect, okay? Kenny, are you right or left-handed? Right-handed. So put your right hand down at your side, and we're going to use your left hand right here. Here, watch. If I take this marker, I'm going to write an X on my hand, okay? So I'm going to draw an X on my hand, and I'm going to try to make this X disappear. Okay, so watch the X. Just like this. If I go like this, see how it looks like it disappears?
Oh my gosh.
It's right here in my hand. If I go like this, did you feel that? Turn your hand over and look at your hand. Isn't that weird?
Actually shooting. That was awesome.
I know.
Where do you guys from?
Anthony. We stay up north.
Pleasure. My name's Eric.
He watches your show.
Oh, you watch Modern Family?
Thanks for watching.
You do? Do you watch Modern Family?
Yes.
Hi.
Say hi. Riley, this is
Hi, Riley. I'm Blake. Oh, sports. Okay. You want to see one? Okay. Alright. That was crazy. Here's what we're going to do. It's Riley, right? Okay. Riley, can you clap your hands? Perfect. I want you to clap your hands whenever you want, Riley.
Okay, clap.
Clap your hands.
Clap, clap, clap. Clap hands. Show me, clap, clap.
Perfect. Perfect. Riley, this is your card. The Jack of Clubs. Is that a good one? It's a good one? Here's what I'm going to do, Riley. Is it R-I-L-E-Y? Okay. R-Y-L-E-Y. Oh, cool. Riley, okay. Here's what we're going to do, Riley. Ready? Here's your card, the Riley card. We're going to lose it into the deck, okay? We're going to shuffle it up. Ready? We're going to try to find your card. We're going to try to get it back. Watch the Ace of Spades here, Riley. If I shake it, see how it looks like the Riley card now? Isn't that cool?
How did you do that?
Isn't that weird? Let's do it one more time. Let's do it one more time. I'm going to take the Riley card and I'm going to put it into the deck. And I'm going to try to make your card shoot out of the deck. Ready? Just like this, Riley. Watch the deck. 1, 2, 3. Was this the Riley card? Whoa! Riley, I have a present for you. Okay? I brought you a card from home. I put a name on it. But what's weird is I knew I was going to meet somebody named Riley today, and I knew that it was going to be a special spelling. So I made this card just for you. This is for you, Riley, okay? I gotta give it to him. Nice to meet you.
Riley, that was awesome!
Tell who? Oh, I will. For sure. What's your
Sure. How are you? Rob, is this where you... Rob, is this where you... Okay, cool. Thank you. What's your first name? Sabri, that's a cool name.
Guess what band he is? Not a Jayhawk.
No, I'm a wildcat.
K-State. Ew.
Ew!
Ew, we're Jayhawk.
Can my friend show you a cool magic trick? Awesome.
All right.
This is Blake.
Hello, little girl. What are you playing here? Angry Birds. Can we do a trick with the Angry Birds?
Here you go, Kiki.
A magic trick? Okay, let's see. Let's see. Is this the thing you use to shoot them? So you kind of like blow the bird through this device? Is that right? Is touch any card. Touch one. That one right there. This will be yours. Okay, this card is for you. The Queen of Clubs. Okay, I'll help you remember. We got the Queen of Clubs for you. I'm going to mark the Queen of Clubs in a special way. Like this, watch. I'm going to tear a corner off, so you hold on to this. Okay, and watch the corner right here, watch. I go like this. Well, it looks like the corner disappears. You don't seem that impressed. But here's where it gets really cool. If that corner were to come back, it would be a good trick, right? Take that Angry Bird shooter and just lift it up.
What?
Does that piece match there for your card?
What? Sabri, how did that get under there?
Pretty cool? And that's a gift for you. You can have that one, okay? That's cool. You should sign your book.
See, Savory, I told you. I told you. Good job,
Man, thank you.
All right, once again, media outlets, we will happily walk you back down to the front door right now, but we need you to come on out to it on the morning to continue with more fun and games.
Thank you.
Nice to meet you.
Okay, Blake, would you sign PR's book?
Oh, yeah,
She missed
of
your
course.
signature. Thank you.
Sneak over here.
I know. How? How do you think you did that? I don't know. Magic, I can never understand magic.
Go over there. We'll get a picture too.
I want
We'll go over to that side right here.
to see this guy right here is the one from the Dark Knight that I know his dad.
Do you want me to show you a magic trick? You want to see one? Hey, Blake. Okay, I'm gonna show you a magic trick. Blake's gonna be behind you, and I'm gonna try to make this disappear. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Get it? I what? Okay, so I'm not very good at magic, right? But this guy can actually do something. I want him to show you a trick. Can I show you a magic trick? What's your name? Tatum? Tatum. Okay, Tatum. We're gonna do one together, and here's what we'll do. I'm gonna have you take a playing card, okay? And we'll do a trick like this. So here's what we'll do. Do you have a favorite card in the deck? Or do you play cards ever? Stop recording. So check this out. Take out anyone you want, and that'll be your card. Oh, good one. The Queen of Hearts. Okay, Tatum, right? I'm going to write a T on your card. So we'll write a T for Tatum. Okay? Now, Tatum, are you right or left-handed? Left-handed? So hold out your left hand for me. And I'm going to put the T card, the Queen of Hearts, into your left hand. Okay, I'm going to fold it up like this. And you squeeze tight. You hold on to the Queen. I'm going to take the next card, whatever it is, the Ten of Spades. And that's going to be for my hand.
All right, we are beyond last call for media friends, so those of you with cameras, I see you.
And put it in my left hand like
So
this.
we will meet outside this door.
We're going to do a fist bump.
Even those that say, what about me? Let's go ahead and meet outside the door.
Silly, right? Check this out, Tatum.
Anyone who is
Now
helping
I
me,
have the Queen with the T
we are
on
wrapping
it.
up.
So what card do you have? Check it out.
Switch cards, my
That's for you. You can have that. Thank you.